What's going on, guys? It's your boy the GCC, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the top 3 Bad Batch sets that LEGO needs to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the Clone Commando Battle Pack, which is really cool. Of course, Clone Commandos are prominently featured in the Bad Batch. We didn't get to see them much in the Clone Wars, unfortunately, but it's really cool how they're really popping up in the Bad Batch, and especially in Bad Batch Season 3. I'm not going to be giving you any spoilers, but of course they all have been featured in Season 1 and Season 2. But anyway, that's not the point. So in this set, it looks like you are going to get 4 Clone Commandos, which I think is really cool. 3 of which are all white, and then 1 with the Imperial gray stripe, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm assuming he's like the captain or commander or something leading the other troops into battle, which I think is really cool. So I really love how they all have arm printing, which I think is awesome. I would love to see some Clone Commandos with the arm printing. I love their blue visors. I definitely think their helmet is interesting. I mean, I guess it's a new mold, but it looks really cool though. It also looks like you are going to be getting a bark speeder in this set, which I guess is pretty standard. I mean, what else would you put into a clone battle pack other than like a walker or a turret build, or of course a bark speeder? So the bark speeder looks pretty nice, and I'm pretty sure it'd be similar to the one we got in the 501st battle pack and stuff like that. It also looks like you're going to be getting a turret build, so it does not look like you can fit your minifigure onto the turret, but maybe like you would have a spring-loaded missile or a stud shooter off the turret or something like that, so it would have some sort of function. I definitely could see this set probably going for a nice $20, because obviously you're getting 4 minifigures, a nice bark speeder build, and a turret build. Nothing more, nothing less, and I think $20 would be perfect. And I wish LEGO would have released some more Bad Batch sets, especially with Season 3 out now. I definitely love the season so far. Let me know what you guys think about the season so far, but I definitely think this is awesome. And now let's move on to our next set. Alright guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Camino training facility. Now this looks really cool. Of course, I think this was featured either in the beginning of Season 1 of the Bad Batch or the end of Season 1 of the Bad Batch, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I do remember though that they did have to fight those Dark Troopers, but obviously looking at the minifigure selection, of course you're going to be getting another Omega minifigure, which is pretty standard. It'd probably be similar to the one we got, I want to say, in Cad Bane's Justifier, and I think that was the only set she's come in. Oh, the Advent Calendar. I can't forget about the Advent Calendar, but yeah, so probably similar to that. It also looks like you're going to be getting another Wrecker minifigure, probably similar to the one that we got in the Bad Batch Shuttle back in 2021, I want to say, but I'd love to see a few minor improvements to that minifigure, but I'm sure it'd probably be the same, honestly. And then it also looks like you're going to be getting a Grand Moff Tarkin minifigure, which I think is really cool. I would love to get an updated version of him. I want to say we haven't had him since, what, has it been the Star Wars Rebel sets back in like 2016 or something like that? It's definitely been a while since we've seen him, so I would love to get an updated version of him. It also looks like you're going to be getting Nalase. I want to say that's her name, the head scientist at Camino. Of course, we did get our first Kaminoan back in 2022 with Obi-Wan Starfighter, so it'd be really cool to have another Kaminoan to add to the Kaminoan army, pretty much. And it also looks like you are going to be getting those Dark Trooper training droids, which I think is really cool. I love their all white colors, and it definitely would be an interesting mold to have, or they could just do a regular minifigure form. But obviously I love the set though. Of course, this was featured in the Clone Wars and throughout the Bad Batch, and I love how you have the different turrets you can shoot off and stuff like that. You have the different barricades, you have the watchtower that Grand Moff Tarkin and Nalase are looking out to, and then of course we can see Omega and Wrecker fighting off those training droids, which I think is really cool. I love how Brick Wizard used those yellow studs to really just kind of like show the lights of the training facility. But overall, I think this is really cool. Definitely could see it going for a nice $120 because I want this set to be pretty decent size. Now let's move on to our next set. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today we have the Jawa funeral Pride, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Of course, I'm pretty sure in A New Hope, the Jawas were like all burnt to a crisp, and of course, like Ben Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO put them in a fire, which I think is absolutely hilarious. So in this set, looks like you get 3 buildable Jawa minifigures. Of course, you could build the funeral Pride itself with the fire, which I think is hilarious. And then at the top, it says the C-3PO minifigure is not included, which is a shame. I would have loved to see another C-3PO minifigure minifigure included in this set. But it'd be an awesome way to get some Jawas, and then of course you can throw them in the fire, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I would love to see this maybe for the May 4th promo, or maybe just thrown in some random meme set. But I would love to see this happen. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright lads, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Imperial Attack Shuttle. Now I definitely think this looks really cool. Of course, we all remember that classic Republic Attack Shuttle back, I want to say in 2009 or 2010 with Mace Windu and those battle droids. I just love the color of that ship. But anyway, of course, this is an updated version, of course, in its Imperial colorway, in its gray color scheme, which I think is really cool. Looking at the minifigures first, of course, you're going to be getting a Hunter minifigure, which I mean, we've seen in, I want to say, the Justifier, the Bad Batch Shuttle, and you know, he's been used a couple times, so probably nothing new and different there. It looks like you would get a brand new Admiral Rampart minifigure, which is really cool. We've never had Admiral Rampart before, so I think that'd be awesome how we would get him. It also looks like you would get a Crosshair minifigure, probably similar to the one that we got in the Bad Batch Shuttle, but I think that's a very nice inclusion for this set. It also looks like you're going to be getting a couple of those elite squad troopers that Crosshair led in the first season of the Bad Batch, which is really cool. Of course, they do have just kind of like dark clone trooper armor, but in reality, they're just like random people across the galaxy. So I think that's really cool, though, how we would be getting a new like design of the clone armor. And then of course the last minifigure that you're going to be getting in the set is a TK trooper. Again, they've been super prominent throughout the Bad Batch, so to get them in this set would be really cool. I would love to have a brand new helmet mold and to finally show the transition from the clone trooper to the stormtrooper. But the set itself looks really nice. Of course, you would have some cockpit space, and of course that interior would probably open up so you can slap all your minifigures in there. Your wings would fold up and down, and then you could land in swoosh ability and all that fun stuff. You'd have some stud shooters, spring loaded missiles, and all of that fun stuff. I definitely could see this set probably going for a nice $80 or $90. I want this set to be pretty decent size, and you're getting some really cool minifigures. But anyway, I definitely think LEGO needs to make this. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these awesome Bad Batch sets. Shout out to BrickWizard59 and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed today's video or you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel big time, and honestly would make my day. Also, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the video big time. I know I say that a lot, guys, but it really would mean a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.